This is the PowerBook G4. Released by Apple in 2002, it features a timeless design that still looks like a modern MacBook, a 1 GHz PowerPC processor, and 1 GB of RAM. It's the fastest and last laptop to run classic macOS 9 natively. 23 years later, it'll be the first classic macOS machine to run a large language model locally. No internet, no servers, just straight computation on the PowerPC processor. This is made possible by these two disks. MacinAI Local. MacinAI Local is a custom inference engine I wrote from scratch in C89, and these disks include 4 models: GPT-2, Qwen 2.5, SmolLM, and a custom classic Macintosh model I trained to turn natural language into system actions. Without Qwen, it would all fit on this one disk, but I wanted to show off Qwen, so I used both of these disks to install it, and then I transferred TinyLlama to the computer with a FireWire disk. I'm skipping the install in this video because it takes about 15 minutes from the CDs, and I just want to get right into the AI so I can showcase it. So first, I'm going to launch the application, and it's going to load the MacinAI model first. We'll start it. Model MacinAI Tool 94 million, and then you can see FPU active. We're using QA quantization, and AltiVec is on. So as you can see, I have a lot of windows open. So let's just say close all Finder windows.
Closing all Finder windows.
And then it'll generate the Apple script to do so. It'll give you the preview, click run. Boom, closed all the windows. Let's empty my trash.
Emptying the trash for you.
Trash emptied. And then another cool one, create a budget spreadsheet in AppleWorks.
Creating a budget spreadsheet in AppleWorks.
So this Apple script's going to take a little bit to generate. While it does, kind of the main difference between this and other vintage AI is usually they only implement one thing. This can do multiple models. I did create a Python script that can export pretty much any Hugging Face model to this binary format that the application understands. It has to do things like translate the binary from little endian to big endian, because that's what these use, and then just a whole bunch of stuff like headers and file types and architecture and stuff like that. It's all baked into the bins, and it's done so with a Python script from Hugging Face models, and then also the model that I made. But yeah, it pretty much supports any GPT-2 or Llama based model as long as you run it through the export script. And then there's 5 models that I've already run, and that will be available if you want to try it yourself. So let's run this Apple script here, show it where AppleWorks is. And there we go, we got a budget spreadsheet started, generated by AI on a 2002 laptop. Something that not even a 2026 MacBook can do with Apple Intelligence. At least no Apple Intelligence that runs locally. All right, so the next feature is of course changing the models. So we were in our MacinAI Tool Model, and now we're going to load GPT-2. And GPT-2 is a text completion model, so you can't really ask it questions. It's just going to try to complete your sentence. It's also not that great, but you know, just proving that it works here. So let's just say like a laptop is a computer that
Can be used to run a wide variety of applications. It is also an excellent way to store data such as photos and videos or documents that are stored on
All right, there you go. That was a GPT-2 response. And then our next model is SmolLM. Let's load that. Okay. And then let's see here. What year did Apple release the Macintosh?
The Macintosh was released on October 29.
Okay, I got the year right. Date's not right, but hey,
By
it works and generated output.
Computer Incorporated.
All right, so that was SmolLM. Now let's try Qwen 2.5. This is the best model that can run in the RAM on this 1 gigabyte. Anything above this goes into disk paging territory, which I'm going to demo, but it's going to be very slow. Pretty much you can run any model. It'll just load it from the disk and it'll take a long time. Okay, and then let's see here. What should we ask Qwen? Oh, well, actually, this is kind of cool. If I have 12 apples and give away 5, how many do I have? This will actually, figure out the numbers that needs to be subtraction and give you an answer.
If you have
You can notice the generation speed
apples,
is getting slower and slower as we go to more parameters.
give away 5, you would have 12. 5 equals 7 apples remaining.
Alright, and then let's try tell me a joke about an Apple computer.
Why did the Apple computer break up with the internet? Because
Had no connection?
Couldn't
Ah.
understand. Go to.
That was an interesting joke. Alright, well, Qwen's not good at jokes. Let's go ahead and switch to TinyLlama. This is the biggest parameter model that I've tested. It's 1.2 gigabytes, so it's not going to fit in RAM, and this is going to be an example of a disk paging system. This generation is going to take quite a while. It's not using memory bandwidth past, I think, 14 layers. I think it can only load 14 in RAM, and the rest of the layers need to page from disk each time. And even though the disk in here is a flash disk instead of a spinny drive, it still takes a long time compared to it being stored in your RAM. Okay. So yeah, 14 RAM, 8 in disk, and then let's ask it, what is a Macintosh? Yeah, so as you can see, it's got a pre-fill 36 input tokens. Oh, 36 input tokens, and then it needs to go through 8 layers from the disk each time, so it takes quite a bit, but it works. You could theoretically run a 7 billion, 14 billion parameter model. It's just going to be extremely slow. As you can see, we're only on prefill 436, and it has to go through the layers, not only on the prefill, but also on the actual token generation. So it takes quite a bit, and I guess you'll see. I'm gonna stop talking now and just let you watch. And then prefill's about to finish, and then it's going to go into generation, which is also going to take a bit.
Macintosh. Is. A. Line. Of. Personal. Computers. Developed. By. Apple. Incorporated. It. Was. First. Introduced. In. $1984. And. Has. Been. continuously. Updated. And improved. Since then the Macintosh line includes desktop, computers, and tablets. And tablets, as well. As accessories, such as dashboards. Mice. architecture. Done.
Okay, so we're 100 tokens in, and I think it's been about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this generation here, but you can see TinyLlama 1.1b is generating stuff. It's just taking a long time. So yeah, this is my project, MacinAI Local. I'll go ahead and put the hardware performance times that I tested on this using the logs. I log the ticks and calculate the times. Anyways, they're on the screen now. If you stuck around this long, thank you. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is the first classic Mac OS computer to run AI locally. There's going to be a blog post in the description kind of detailing everything, how it works, all that. If you also want to test this on your own machine, the link to the download, I'm going to put these discs, the images for them, on my website for download, and you can install it. It's version 0.1, so it's probably going to have bugs, but I mean, it works. It works. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of work went into this. It took me about 2 months, and thanks for sticking around, staying tuned. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, because I'm gonna try to do this on a Macintosh Color Classic with 68K processor to see how slow it is on that. But yeah, here it is, 2002, running AI and multiple models. You don't see many vintage projects doing this. The fact that it can literally run any Hugging Face model as long as you run it through my export script. It'll put the binary in here, and as long as it fits on RAM or on a disk, it'll work. It'll just be slow. So anything that fits on RAM is obviously best. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.